This is like number 5, so it's not too many. But oh, the other day it was more like just like trauma and friendships. Anyways, like I tagged my friend that I met on here and something, and then like he just didn't. He liked my comment to my other friend that I tagged in it as well. So like I was like, wait, and then I untagged him because I was like, maybe I don't know what's going on. Like I don't know. Maybe we both were like triggered for some reason, but we're fine. Like I don't know. I think, but we're just both been through a lot of shit. Both autistic, ADHD, been through narcissistic abuse. So the difference is we're both healing, and you can feel that. And I can feel that, and you can feel that. I hope you can feel that. It seems like it, but like we're not quite, we're still getting used to the fact that you can be friends with another person who's healing like you, and it's not always about you attracting toxic, abusive people. You can change the narrative and be like, oh, well, I don't want to attract that shit anymore. I mean, you can still attract it, but you'll get smarter and smarter and see faster each time. Gotta go through hell for that first, it seems like. But yeah, he suggested a book that I read about the relationships, because sometimes I get so afraid. Like I have so much trauma with the past relationships in my body, and I gotta. Sometimes it's like I need out, and like it's like I don't want people touching me, but I feel like physical touch from a safe person will help heal that. And I know which one probably really well, but I have to work on it more myself. So like when I was a kid, I used to like go like this on my body to go to sleep, just like love on myself. And now for some reason it's hard for me to think of doing that, because I feel like some type of shame. Like, why are you doing that to yourself? But why? What's wrong with it? It's your body, and it's a form of showing yourself love. Like, if you can't get physical affection for somebody else, or like you don't trust that, then that's how you build that up, right? Like, I don't know. So, somebody even suggested that. Well, they said massage, but I'm like, yeah. Hold your own hand. Stroke your own hair. Stuff like that. Like, I don't know if I should do that. I just have to get myself more comfortable with it. It's like you're always told not to touch a certain part of yourself, and then because like other people's shame or whatever, how it is taboo, and then I don't know, our society's all fucking weird about shit because they want us to not love ourselves. So that's like an act of rebellion to show yourself that type of love. It's actually getting cooler. What are you? I don't know what that is. Am I even showing it? You're just gonna sit. You just need. I don't know if I can. Something was biting me on my leg. I think he must need to like relax. As long as he doesn't bite me, I'm gonna probably get him off me. Except for trying to show you for a little bit. My phone. There it goes. Bye. Bye. He left. He was like, maybe I need a rest for a bit. But another bug. I think it was probably a fly. The flies are kind of bitey today, but I think it might be the storm. I don't really know. They're not always like that with storms. Who knows? Yeah. So, yeah, those are my updates. Oh, I have another friend on here. They live in Iowa. He invited me to see him at a Renaissance fair at the end of August. And I was like, that should be enough time for me I should be able to make it, hopefully, because then I get paid once a month. I should be able to, like, make the trip because it's only like 2 hours from me. And it's funny because, like, I think it was like last year, at the end of last year or something, I was like, I've never been to one of those, maybe I should go. And then he invites me like a month ago, something like that, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. So he's been showing up in my dreams, but only because of that. Like, I'm like, wait, what if I can't go? You know, and there's still that fear of me, like, oh my god, if I can't go, I also am agoraphobic still, so I still have that working through that. I'm like, I can't go, I'm sure he'll understand when I told him all that, and he's like, you're right, I would understand. Like, but I'm gonna try to make sure I get there because that would be cool to meet him. He was a good friend. Like, even though we were closer before, but like, actually, I think we're kind of we're still good. We're just busy, you know, and I've had, like, before I got to the healing point I am now, I had some issues before, like, when I was like, the way he said something, like, triggered me, but I never really told him about it. But now I'm like, I know that wasn't the intention, but, you know, before you get to a certain point of healing, sometimes you're, like, triggered by really small things, because, like, especially if you've got BPD, you're like, this person's trying to, you know, trigger me. You're just used to being misunderstood, unseen, and shit like that, so now that I'm at a different point, I'm like, nah, he's pretty cool. Like, you just, yeah. Oh yeah, back to the karmic things, yeah. I think I talked about that. But like with karmic relationships or like friendships, a lot of times you don't always heal it because you're usually the only one healing. But like, my mom and I, we had I'm pretty sure we had a karmic relationship. But we don't now. It feels like we don't now. It feels like we've like healed past that or transmuted it because we're pretty close. And everything, so like, I don't know, just like you could get to a point where you feel like you've overcome that and like you don't feel that karmic, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like it's hard to explain it, like that resistance, you know. But now like you get to a point where you're past that and there's no resistance and you're just like in the flow with each other. But that's not the case with my dad and I mean, there's not really resistance, but he's just like nonchalant, doesn't give a fuck, or doesn't seem like it. That's so cool, she said. Hell yeah. Sometimes I'm that confident to just like walk around and sing out loud, because sometimes it's like, I don't give a fuck. That's that unbothered shit.